Hey guys, a lot of nonsense has happened in the past couple of days, so this video is gonna have a lot of ranting in it, so please bear with it. Basically, last night, a very close friend of mine, the same guy I went to Ladakh with, the same guy who has the 636, he was, I don't know, I think sideswiped or somebody merged in him or somebody T-boned him. I'm not exactly sure what happened, but what I know is that an idiot who was driving it around 110 kph suddenly decided he had to change lanes, and he did not see my friend there, and he hit him and split, obviously. And that's what people do. People hit people who are walking on the road or on bikes, and then they just run away. My friend was flung at least 50 feet away, and he rolled, and he also hit a pillar under an underpass, I think. I'm not exactly sure because that's what I heard. And dislocated his elbow and his shoulder. Luckily they were his on his left hand, which is not his main hand, so he's not exactly disabled. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty pissing off. I mean, I'm on my way to meet him only so that I can get the full story. This happened at around 1:30 in the night, and I was fast asleep. He was calling me at around 4 in the morning, and I had no idea. I woke up in the morning and I saw the missed calls. I called him back, and then I got to know all this had happened. He left his bike at my place, and I saw it in the morning, and it was quite heart-wrenching to see that happen. Look at this fool. Look at this fool. Bloody idiot. Anyway, and a couple of days back, I was in the car, and I was on the top of a flyover, and I was overtaking a car, and this idiot was on a phone, and he did not even know that he was swerving in my direction. And even with my horn blaring at him, he kept on coming. Luckily I accelerated enough to get past most of his car, but his front right fender hit my rear right fender. Luckily I wasn't pit maneuvered, so the car didn't turn, but that was pretty close. I got really pissed off. But the point is, you never know who's carrying a gun around, so it's better not to step out of the car and start having an argument. I mean, pisses you off, but that's the best you can do. You can just get pissed off and move on. Also, I thought I should take this time to tell you guys about another incident that happened with me a couple of years ago. Not exactly a couple, about a year and a half ago. I was coming back after exchanging some foreign currency, and maybe somebody tipped these guys off or what. Two guys on a bike came up next to my car and literally shot at me. They shot at me from the passenger side, and luckily my window had tints, so the film prevented the bullet from carrying a lot of velocity, and it did not let the glass shatter too much. But the bullet didn't hit me. It went and hit the pillar behind me, and I basically didn't even bother to stop. I just kept driving. I just quickly came back home, told my mom what had happened. I told her that I'm safe, went to the workshop and got the glass replaced instantly because I didn't want broken glass in my car. And this happened to me when I had a Volkswagen Polo. Since that day I got a little paranoid about having a small hatchback, and decided that I might as well get a bigger car, because I mean, face it, people tend to be a little cautious around bigger sized cars than they are around smaller sized cars. You saw the red Polo there? That's the exact car that I had, a red Polo. Not that same car, but yeah, a red Polo. So yeah, it's been a rough couple of days. I thought I would share these instances with you guys. It's pretty damn annoying when all this happens. I mean, I myself drive a car, but at least I don't I'm not inconsiderate towards bikers. No matter how much they piss me off, I don't run them off the road, man. Like, what the hell? And even if I may have hit someone by mistake, at least have the courtesy to stop and see if somebody's hurt or not. I just hope he's fine. I mean, he did not sound too nice in the morning, obviously. Rushed to the hospital in the middle of the night to get a sling put. As far as I know, he doesn't have a plaster as of yet, but there's a good chance that he might need one if his elbow is broken. So it's still not sure whether his elbow is broken or not. There was one more thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about. It's about the track days. Apparently after April, we definitely are not going to have any more track days till September, October because of the heat. It gets too damn hot to ride our bikes in the day because they start overheating. Temperatures reach above 45 degrees centigrade. So you can imagine what kind of hell it must be over here to ride, especially in traffic or on the track. I mean, pushing our bikes on the track is just going to blow them apart. Another thing is, I mean, I think these are just rumors or just useless stories, but there's a lot of talk going on that the Buddh International track might be shut down because Formula 1 has refused to come for the next 2 years, including this year. So 2014 and 2015, no Formula 1. WSBK and MotoGP already had backed out. And the reason behind backing out, from what again I hear, is that the government levies such ridiculous taxes that it's just impossible for these companies for the organizations, for the racing organizations to cope up with the expenses. Hence, the owners of the track, it's a privately owned track, and the owners of the track are unable to carry out the expenses. As a result of which, they're pretty much doomed to keep running the track. Which is a major loss for us because, I mean, it was the only track which we had around North India, and yeah, it just sucks. It sucks donkey balls, but it does. So yeah, more bad news, eh? Sorry, but yeah, I've been in a pretty sucky mood because of all this. It doesn't really make you happy when you wake up in the morning and get to know that your closest friend has been in a bike accident. Probably is not going to be able to ride for the next 2 months. Horrible people, man. I just cannot stand them. God, I'm so pissed off. Anyway, guys, yeah, there are a few more updates. My stickers are ready, and I'm gonna post up a video revealing them by evening or maybe by tomorrow. And I'm also gonna tell you guys which charity I'm gonna be donating it to. And yeah, I'm gonna be posting up a link in the description also, so that you guys can pick the stickers up. More details about the stickers and the pricing will be given in the reveal video. Anyway, you take care, guys. Ride safe. I'm also gonna try to be careful, not get into any accidents today. It seems to me like it's just hovering around, waiting to happen. So I'm just gonna be careful. Alright, guys. See ya. One more incident I had forgotten to mention was, this happened in, I think, October last year. I was riding my friend's bike back to his place because I had given my Ninja for optic coating, And on a flyover very much like this, an idiot in an SUV flung a lit cigarette out his window, and it happened right in front of me, and I could see the cigarette flying at me. And in order to avoid that, I obviously tried to brake, but my attention got diverted to the cigarette rather than the road, and I did not realize that there was a lot of gravel on the road. So I had to brake suddenly, and I locked up my front end and I fell. Luckily I was wearing my jacket and my riding shoes and everything, so no major damage was done, but my ankle did get a little sprained. And had it not been for the shoes, I'm pretty sure it would have been broken because it was in a very bad angle. So yeah, I thought I should share that with you guys too. I mean, since I'm anyway ranting about all the horrible things. Look at this fool. Again, not seeing where he's going. What an idiot. Yeah. I think I should just shut up before I get more pissed off and beat somebody up. See ya. So guys, basically I've just dropped my friend back to his house from the trip to the hospital. He had dislocated both the bones in his elbow, the radius and the ulna, and they have put them both back in. Thankfully there were no fractures. His shoulder was also fine, no dislocations there. Must say that he was really lucky last night. And I also got to know exactly what happened, how the accident happened. So basically what happened was that he was riding at around 50-60 kph in the middle lane, and this guy who must have been at least 120-130 in a Honda City suddenly decided had to take a left, and without looking anywhere he just turned. He just took a very sharp turn and practically T-boned my friend. My friend got flung at least 50 feet away. The bike rolled 2-3 times, he rolled 2-3 times, and eventually his elbow went and hit a pillar, because of which he dislocated both of the bones. Right now he's fine. I even have a video of his elbow being put back in place, and with his permission I'll try to add that to this video. I have already put up a photo of the x-ray before the procedure on the YouTube Motovloggers page on Facebook, for which I'll put up a link. Rest, everything is fine. He is not in pain as of now. They gave him a local anesthetic in his elbow. Right now I'm pretty sure he's under the influence of that, so he won't feel much for the next couple of hours. But as soon as it starts wearing off, I'm damn sure he's going to be in excruciating pain. They've put a cast on his hand, which is supposed to be there for 3 to 4 weeks, and after that extensive physiotherapy. He was supposed to join me for the track day on the 19th, but yeah, that's not gonna happen. But I'm really glad he's fine. Yeah, I wish I could figure out who that idiot was who ran away. Give him a good beating. Anyway, hope to see you guys soon. Take care. Bye bye.